We're going to start.
And action.
Stop directing this. Welcome to episode 4. This is a weekly Zoom call where we catch up with wedding and event professionals about what's happening in our industry. Each week I seem to be losing control of the room, so we're rolling with it. Watch this video until the end to see outtakes and cut conversations. Hi everyone and welcome to Fireside Chats episode 4. We're here today with 3 lovely people and I'm going to let them introduce themselves, starting with Ryan.
Hi, my name is Ryan Hill.
What do you do?
What do I do?
Who are you?
Oh, I'm
professionally
the manager for Perform CV, an internet marketing and advertising company.
And what do you do for them?
I'm the vibe manager. I just said that, Jordan.
Oh, I think it cut out. Well, explain to people who don't know what a vibe manager is.
Okay, so I was in events before, and what has happened is this company is looking for someone to take over their internal events, their philanthropic work. It's a whole cornucopia of items. I designed our offices here. Yeah. Anything more you need, Jordan?
No, that's great. Okay. Julie?
Hi, I'm Julie Mackie. I'm with Nuovo Bride Media Group. I am the sales coordinator for that division of our company. We do a print magazine and we distribute that in 5 counties, both print and digital versions of that.
Allison?
I'm Allison Whitten. I am the Director of Community Events with Mote Marine Laboratory and Aquarium. I handle all of the internal events, much like, I guess I'm the vibe manager for Mote Marine Laboratory and Aquarium, I guess.
There you go.
So handle internal events and external venue rentals as well.
Awesome. Since Allison, you're already talking, why don't you tell us what's been going on with rentals and events and everything since this all started?
So March, April, May, and June are my busiest months of the year. And practically every single weekend was booked. There were some Fridays, some Sundays that weren't booked, but every Saturday was. So everything that was scheduled from March 15th on had to be rescheduled. And some couples have chosen to move their events to the fall. Some have moved them a full year out. Some corporate events were moved to the fall. Again, some were moved to the springtime. Also, very few things canceled outright. I think out of maybe 50 to 60 events, I had maybe 2 cancel outright. And one was simply because it was scheduled for the day that we were shut down by the county. The county mandated that there were not supposed to be events taking place with 10 or more participants. And the wedding that I had scheduled for that evening had about 75 participants. And so at that point, I let them know that I wasn't able to host the event at our facility any longer. And because Mote is such a great community partner, we gave them a 100% refund because we felt terrible about the situation.
And how about for your public events? Like
for my, I'm sorry?
Aquarium events, events.
For my events? Events to the public, that's been really challenging as well. Our party on the pass was scheduled for the Friday when things were canceled. Shortly after that, the first weekend in April was supposed to have been our run for the turtles. We're making that a virtual race, but we're still holding out hope that we'll be able to actually hold a race September on Siesta Key. We're not able to apply for the permit technically quite yet, but we have a date in mind that we've talked about with the city. And so we really need to see, the county, we really need to see how the next few weeks go to determine whether or not we'll be able to have some of these internal events.
And does Mote have any date in mind for opening the aquarium back up?
Well, we're trying to get ready as soon as possible. I know we've made some exciting changes that we can't wait to reveal to the public, but unfortunately, I'm not able to reveal them to everyone today. But there will be substantial changes to make it so that guest safety is a #1 priority. So we hope to be open right at the beginning of June, but I don't want to speak for anybody there, because I know that the amount that they're doing goes far beyond face masks and hand sanitizer.
Okay, great. Julie, how about with the magazine? How have things been going?
Well, thankfully, we wrapped and distributed the spring issue the 2 weeks before, in the first week of March. So our clients and the brides that picked them up were able to pick them up in the 5 counties they're distributed in. And what we did was purchase, I know, thank God. And then we purchased some additional mailing lists for brides that were subscribers. So we could have the magazine digitally downloaded for them. So for that portion, it's been good to be able to worry about that. Brides that are still planning their weddings. We were able to communicate with them directly, get some information about what they were looking for, point them in the right direction in terms of advice. We did a few surveys for them that are still probably out in circulation, I hope, because I think as a bride that would be awful, having to go through that. So because our media company is a liaison between the vendors, the event planners, and everybody providing a service to someone planning an event, not just the vendors, but also the brides, and most of them are local. So it's been interesting to see that those two facets of our community, and being able to service both sides, being able to provide and services, whether it's digital or just resources for our clients, has been good. Not being able to really sell to them, and in this time of uncertainty, what their needs are really immediate, just resources, someone to talk to and bounce ideas off of them. And it's been helpful for me to just connect with our vendors on that level, as well as the brides. I've answered a lot of bride emails, which is usual for me.
And do you have a time frame for when the next issue will come out, or is it delayed?
We have a summer planner that we put out every year. It will come out this year probably a few weeks late, because the press that we use is local, and there's now kind of a backlog. So we do have a summer planner coming out, and there will be features in there as soon as we can get into the printer. I would imagine probably by mid-July we'll have that out. So not too late.
Yeah, great. And Ryan, what's been going on with the way your job's been operating the last 2 months?
So we have closed both our American offices, both Denver and Sarasota, and we can function virtually for the time being until it's safe to return. It's not necessary for us to be in an office. So what I've been dealing with is company culture, events, and all that in a virtual setting, and what that means and how you kind of work around the physicalness.
So have you been the one who's been keeping people kind of connected, like socially, outside of their daily work?
Yeah, so I actually just got out of a meeting where we're planning our whole summer and what we do to kind of keep one together, because the sales are great, the company's doing great, but the company culture is one of those things that when you're separated by physical space, tends to fall off. It gets a little, you live in your own bubble, and there's not as much interaction on our messaging. So it's really our responsibility to kind of bring that culture back and bring it forward. So, virtual happy hours with a live musician where you can, off into different groups and have chats. And then something that we're doing, I don't know when this is coming out, but I shouldn't probably say that. Oh, this Thursday?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't say it. Never mind.
Say it.
Summer planned. We came up with a really awesome idea. I'm super excited about it.
Cool. And when you guys do go back to the office, I think you had told me offline that you guys are doing some things to the office to make it safer. Is that?
Yeah. So we've been collecting a lot of information from a bunch of different companies, other tech companies, local companies, of what they're doing. But again, we function virtually A-okay. So in the meantime, that is not a pressing concern.
That's such a good time to be in a tech company.
Yes.
And so, Allison, when you guys resume, what do you think are going to be the major changes for events, for both your events and rentals, that you're going to see?
Well, a couple different things that I know that we're seeing. Some of the meetings that we are hosting right now. So our campus, just to circle back to what Ryan was saying, our campus is closed also, except for essential employees. Obviously, because we have live animals, we have 24-hour-a-day husbandry staff. And so they work in 2 shifts and 2 different teams. So these groups of people that have worked together for years are now not seeing each other, so that they minimize the number of people that they are having contact with. That's been going on since early April. And so that will continue on a lab-wide basis. I know we're making some changes to our indoor air conditioning systems to make sure that recirculated air within the office space is safe for employees. I've just been super impressed with Dr. Crosby's desire to make sure that it really is the right time to open, that we don't do it too soon, and that we have extra precautionary measures put into place. Instead of it just being like we just covered the minimum requirements, I'm very grateful that we're going beyond that.
Great. And Julie, with you, I mean, obviously you guys work in a small office. Do you foresee any big changes in how you guys are operating, or the way the industry is going, or do you think at some point it'll be kind of, for you at least, leveling back out?
That's a good question. I think for us, because we are such a small office group, and it's the flexibility of, I can work from anywhere. We're in terms of our outreach, we do not just the media, digital and print, we do, events, face-to-face marketing for our clients. So when we have these limitations for events, I'm curious how that's going to work. And we're kicking around a lot of different ideas because, brides love to do their research, and engaged couples like to go and have an experience like we normally put on those, boutique events at the Ritz-Carlton and all and those smaller live events. People will probably more events, more smaller, more exclusive events where brides might buy tickets and do time slots versus maybe like a morning thing and an afternoon thing in one day, where the vendors can still interact with the same amount of people, but in a smaller exposure. That's some ideas we've been kicking around. Because one thing that we've learned from the brides, no one's canceling, like Allison said, no one's really canceling. They are postponing, and they're just switching. They still want the experience. They still want a special day. And so our job is to help them get there, and give them resources to do that.
When is the next bridal show that you have technically on the books?
Well, we had to cancel 2 events. We had to cancel a public event for our Family Living magazine that was a back to school, it was a summer camp fair, and we had to do that virtually. And then we had to cancel our spring bridal show as well. We're probably going to have some fall events. We're waiting to announce those dates, but probably no sooner than September.
Just a couple quick things that I will say, just like Julie's point about restructuring the way that bridal shows are going to be run, maybe giving brides a time slot, perhaps with maybe you're the 11:15 couple, maybe you're the 11:45 couple, and you're going through so that it's spaced out. I think we're going to see that with ticketing. I think we're going to see a little bit more freedom of working from home for some of us that actually do a typical day. I think that the time at home has shown that people are responsible, and that the work is going to have to get done no matter what, so that if it's more flexible, that might be all right.
Anyone else?
I think for the immediate future, it's going to be interesting to see what people do. I'm very interested to see creativity at work and kind of seeing what we can come up with in event world, because we all love human interaction and want it. You know, it's not been easy for anybody in that regard, and I don't think that events and celebrations are going anywhere. So I'm interested to see kind of the creative take on it in the interim while we're between this and vaccine or whatever happens.
I've seen some really cool stuff when you talk about creativity and how people are thinking a little bit outside the box with that. And there's a couple of photographers that are doing, you know, curbside graduation photos, senior portraits, capturing, you know, wedding and exchange. I know there's a couple notaries that were marrying people on their front lawns. And so we actually did a quick survey we wanted some couples. If you know of anybody, I'll say, please send us their information if anybody's gotten married during COVID, because that's the kind of couple that we'd like to feature and question. And I think that's the direction we're going to be going in, is people, right, like they're not going to not get married. They're going to still want their loved ones. They might not have a wedding for 150 people or 400 people. Maybe they'll have a wedding for 30 people, but the food will be great and they'll still want to have the major points, you know. And you know, I think that we were leaning toward that anyway, less and less broadcasting their lives on Instagram and social media, and it's become more private. And so I think this is escorting that trend right into play now. You know, maybe we'll see more of that, private ceremonies, and you know.
All right, well, I think that was everything for us, so thank you all for joining me, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye everyone, stay safe.
Cut.
Thank you for putting up with my really bad Zoom skills today.
I should have asked you on camera, but I know, are they going to do summer camps at all for the Mote?
So Thursday is our board meeting. And given that we just had the announcements from the governor, and then we've got that on Thursday, I'm expecting that Mote's going to be making an announcement on Friday.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're going to open that Monday. I'm just saying that they might make an announcement as to camps. But as of now, everything's virtual. And
there's camps.
I heard it.
They're doing like sun and
a
fun.
lot, I'm sure. I mean, I've been going out to dinner. People are not wearing masks. There's a segment of the population being very, very careful and a segment that's not. And so somewhere between there is the average person, I think.
That's hence the waiting. That's why it's kind of like I'm in stasis, because everybody's out. So I got to wait till mid-June to see what actually happens.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I don't want to put him in summer camp, even though he would be better off probably, and I definitely wouldn't kill him. He wasn't here all day. So, but but you definitely, I don't know what to,
well, it would have to be something completely foreign.
Outside.
It would have to be something outside, yeah. And that's why, Jordan, I feel like now we're getting much better content for you all of a sudden. But in all honesty, I really think that you couldn't be more spot on, Ryan, about I don't want to set a date. I don't want to say it's not going to happen. I don't want to say it is going to happen. I don't want to advertise something and then have to cancel it again for a second time.
And I think some parents are going to be like, absolutely, go ahead. Yeah, summer camp's great idea. And I don't want to send my kids somewhere.
Because they got to go back to work.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how that's going to work. I'm thankful that I can work from home. And I think I feel bad for my son because I want him to go out and see his buddies. And he's going crazy, you know?
I know. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
I can't imagine dealing with this, growing up with this. It's just weird. It's a very...
We had
the graduate together thing, the class of 2020,
right.
I was like bawling. But like watching that, it was like, they're going through so much,
and now they might not be able to go to college in the fall, they're saying.
Right. Although USF is open.
Well, Florida schools opened up.
Yeah.
Oh, they did? I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
But again, like Ryan said, let's see if that's still the case in 3 weeks.
I don't know when I became a redhead, but
yeah, I don't know. It's that firelight.
I can't believe you trimmed
That's
that.
what he blamed it on
I didn't trim
too.
it.
You
I haven't.
didn't-
No, I brushed it down today. I put coconut oil in it, so it's.
Oh,
I,
okay.
I go like this.
Do you put shampoo?
Ah.
Do you shampoo it like your regular hair?
Yeah,
You.
Yeah.
I didn't used to. Like I would just wash my face like normal.
Oh. Do you
But
put conditioner in it?
yeah,
I'm sorry I was such a disaster, and I hope you give me another chance. I'll make sure I'm much more prepared.
no. Next time I'm just gonna do like I'm gonna after I do I'm doing 6 episodes, and then the 7th one will be everyone who is the biggest hot mess put together.
Love it.
You and Grace and whoever else like can't get their act together.
All right, I'll let you do that.
It'll be an all stars episode.
All stars. You guys take care. I hope to see everybody soon.
You too.
Your face.
I miss everybody a lot. I really do. Someday soon we'll all get to see each other again. All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye.
On this side of the screen.
This time.
On mine, you're over here, and that's where it's recording. So if anyone has any, oh God, I'm gonna edit this out. If anyone has any like, what?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Does anyone have any like? Oh my God, Allison.
This whole thing. So
I'm gonna spend
Uh,
time editing this.
I'm sorry for that. It's really my fault. I'll never get asked back again.
We have like a blooper reel. Oh.
it's like a little
Yeah.
Blair Witch with the whole shaker. On a unicorn float. You know what? Just edit that part out. I don't want to talk about that.
All right.
And cut.
Well, I'm not in jail for murder. That's where I can tell you I am not.
Why would you be in jail for murder?
Because I have a 10-year-old boy at home.
Oh, yeah.
I'm stupid. Show me, because I'm dumb.
Right.
Exactly what it is that you need. What, you don't know how to do
We
40.
should just do the fireside chat, just so you know.
What?
This should be the fireside chat, just so you know.
Well, I'm recording, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, great. I count, like, is it too soon to start drinking?
I mean, who's going to judge you? Your 10-year-old?
We're not recording or anything yet, are we, Jordan?
Virtual.
Oh, boy, your internet is rough. I don't know what's happening with Allison and this dog that's appearing.
Your dog now? Oh, it's working. Okay, so
Oh, no, it's
Not working.
but I need to get it gone. At least I kind of figured it out, but not figured it out.
Oh.
There. It's just that. Let me get a candle at least, for Christ's sake. Look at these candlesticks. Are they too tall?
Okay.
Anywho, let's move on and we'll go. And action.
Okay. You're not directing this.
We're just having a fireside chat.
There goes that idea.
And action.
All right. I'm really worried about your internet, Allison. You're looking like it's been a long night.
I'm hanging out in my son's bedroom for a fireside chat.
Allison, do you want to get it on your phone maybe?
Let me try that. All right.
Okay. You know that you're quickly turning into the Grace of the week.
Oh! Yes, by the way, I am homeschooling someone today, and I'm going to prove it. Say, what's up, Jiraiya?
Hey.
Okay, so...
Looks like you're teaching a lot.
Yeah, right?
In the pool.
She's doing very well, thank you. I believe she has straight A's. I'm fairly certain.
Straight A's in swimming?
Straight A's and playing on her unicorn float. Yep.
Mm.
How am I right now? Is this okay in terms of internet?
I mean, for right now, yes, but every once in a while you'll just start talking and then you're like, like Like right now.
Always, I really do all my Zoom calls from this.
Al, you just totally turned into a robot. You try it on your phone because it's going to be really distracting.
Okay.
Okay.
This is the most entertaining Zoom beginning I've ever had in my entire life, FYI.
Well, that makes me happy.
Yeah. You're definitely the new Grace.
It says, sorry, can't open this link because it is invalid.
It's literally the link that I just lifted right out of the email I sent you guys.
No, I'm just telling you, look, I mean, I'm not making it up. I swear. Anybody else want to talk while this is downloading so I don't feel so awkward? What? Jesus, what's the meeting ID? Hallelujah. I'm connecting. Can you see? Wait. You too?
You have to turn on your video now, Allison.
She almost had. Oh, yeah. Turn on the microphone.
Ryan, you're so cute. What does your shirt say?
Por favor, don't touch the art.
That's cute.
And action.
Now, one last thing, Allison. One last thing.
Okay.
Turn your phone to the side. Perfect.
So much better.
Oh, great.
Get it? Great. There. And if I could just get the pheasant in.
All right, Allison, are you ready? Are you happy with that angle?
And I mean, I'm not happy with the angle at all, but I do want the pheasant in. You want pheasant or no pheasant?
It's totally up to you. If I feel like it looks like you're flushing us down the toilet when you're holding it down like that, but
Okay. So you want me more up here?
sure. Are you gonna hold the phone that long?
We'll see.
Okay. All right.
And cut.